Here's what's going on in MassiveJoes Weekly.
Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word. Dust that dirt off your shoulder. Episode 92, Big Neve.
92 of the best.
We're getting close to 100. And we're going to have some sort of weekly word party for the 100, no doubt. Not sure what sort of
what's
party,
the lyrics in
but
that song?
it'll definitely be some kind of, it'll be a weekly word party.
What's that lyrics in that song?
What?
Keep it 8 plus 92.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't remember. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
8 more than 92, I believe.
That's it.
One of them Drake lyrical genius lyrics. You hip hop fans know what I'm talking about. Although Drake really these days is not really hip hop. He's more R&B. More a singer than a rapper. Needs to get back to rapping.
He needs to be a gangster rapper.
Shit. Views, worst album I've ever bought in my life.
Drake is never going to be a gangster rapper. Let's be honest.
Nah, no chance. Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Yep.
New products coming soon. MJML grand opening.
Yep.
Ramadan.
Oh yeah.
AskNeve.
Boom. Let's go. First topic of discussion, Neve.
You gotta show
No, get to the first topic.
Back in stock.
Zero focus action, please. It's not gonna get. Look at how fresh. There it is. Come on, focus. Oh shit! Look at the fresh Fury fade. Fresh, like 24 hours fresh. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. I went to go see Rob yesterday morning, 8 a.m. Those of you that follow me on Snapchat would know. Got this shit fresh in the up. It doesn't get much fresher than that.
I suppose so Dillip.
Amazing.
Dillip.
Some of Robbie's best work.
Dillip has just bought a new camera.
Yeah.
A Sony something.
It's a 4K camera.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was expensive.
Yeah.
Joey went to go shoot his first raw review yesterday.
Yeah.
Realised it had no like screen you can turn around and actually
No
watch yourself on.
no flippable screen.
So Dill has had to like hook up this, but Joe had to get a laptop, a computer LCD screen, like how big's that? 19 inch?
It's
20 something inch?
It's a BBC.
Yeah, he had to get a big screen in, just so he could make sure he got the zoom and focus right on your hair.
No, well, there's a few things that get zoom in, because the thing is when we use this camera for all the videos, and when I'm like zoom and focusing in raw reviews and shit, I need to see that the camera's focusing. If I don't have a screen to look at, I got no idea if it's focusing.
Yeah, but now I look down at the screen because I get sidetracked.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little one that goes right here next to
So I apologise. Yeah, actually, I bought it today on eBay.
Yeah.
Well, Dill bought it, and I just put it through the MassiveJoes eBay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, hopefully it'll be here next week.
First topic of discussion, Neve.
But for today, I apologise if I keep going.
If you keep looking down,
so I'm looking.
at yourself.
I'm looking here at the screen.
Looking
if I'm
down
looking
at
like
yourself.
this, I'm actually looking at myself on
at you guys the whole time.
That's why you. Whatever
CEO.
you are.
That's what they say.
Back in stock.
Yes.
So ATP Science Quad X is back in stock.
Ah, finally.
Cortisol.
It actually wasn't out for that long.
No, cortisol inhibitor.
Yep.
And also ATP Science.
I wouldn't say inhibitor, Neve. I'd say regulator, because you don't want to inhibit cortisol.
Well,
cortisol is your friend.
Not one.
Without cortisol, you can't have fat loss.
You want it to some extent.
True.
And ATP Science Alpha Prime.
Oh, so ATP all back in stock, fully stocked.
Well, I think, except for Mars.
Oh, Mars, we're still waiting on.
Oh, no, yeah, it's gone out of stock.
Yeah.
And Utopia.
What time is it? It's Utopia.
Get focus. Look, you got the screen to get focus, man.
Utopia. Tom, baby. Funny story with Utopia. Full shipment back in stock. So Utopia is back in stock, which means fortunately on Snapchat, I can continue to ask you what time it is every day and make you grumpier and grumpier, which is one of my favorite things to do. On the shipment, they sent us like 5 or 6 tubs?
For personal use.
Well, for personal use that are unlabeled. So that like there's no label on it. So we have created our own labels, never to be released to the public. And you know what time it is? It's Utopia time.
Get focused.
Baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is Utopia's back in stock. Go get yourself some of that.
It's also coming out in a new flavour. Did you see that?
Pineapple coconut is on its way.
No, a new flavour.
And lime mint as well.
Okay.
Also known as mojito flavour.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
Next topic of discussion, Nick.
Alright, so the grey long sleeves are now in stock.
Is that a new product? Is that the next topic of discussion?
Yep, new product.
We should probably, don't you think we should get one?
No, because Dill puts it on the screen.
To show, but don't the viewers need to see it like in actuality?
No.
Not just a fucking mock-up?
No.
Anyway.
It
Just fucking rain on my parade, mate. Just rain all over it.
Coming soon.
Next topic of discussion, Nick.
Coming soon. So the Ronnie Coleman signature series, Yeah Buddy pre-workout.
Yeah, now we've trained on that a couple of times now.
We hit.
I've trained on it three times.
We hit back on
So
Tuesday with it.
Yeah. And I found, it's one of those pre-workouts, to be completely honest, and you guys will find all about this when I drop the raw review, but just to give you a bit of insight, it's one of those pre-workouts that is actually too strong. I took one scoop and it was like, I felt like it was not good. It was not a good feeling. It was like when you've had like way too much coffee. And then I bumped it down for the next 2 workouts to 3/4 of the scoop. And it's like that sweet spot. Similar to Core Fury Extreme. I never use a full scoop of Core Fury Extreme.
I do.
Too f***ing strong.
I do.
3/4 is my sweet spot, man.
Coming soon, Core Grow.
Next week. Gonna be here.
As well as like all the flavors of everything.
Yeah, we got a full containers of Core shipment rolling in next week. So everything Core is gonna be back in stock. I know the peanut butter toffee Core ISO has been out for a while. Core Pro has been out in all flavors for a couple of weeks. So all that shit's coming back in, plus the new Core Grow Gainer protein, and I'm excited for that.
Obviously, it means that all the like the CEO Joe stack, etc.
Oh, everything. All of the related stacks as well. So that'll all be next week, Big Neve.
Yep. Next topic.
Already?
Yep. Oh no.
Man. Shit, what are you doing?
So this is a Neve initiative.
Yes. This is a Neve exclusive.
The one kid that can't cook at MassiveJoes.
Yeah.
So we're getting your flavour spices in. I'm your flavour. So we're going to be getting 5 flavours.
Yep.
And they're delicious. You can cook with them.
Yeah.
Or you can put them on top of your cooked meat already.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Seasoning, which is what
I just like use it as a seasoning on top of my chicken and beans. Crispy has been cooking with them, putting them in like with the meat when she cooks them. Yeah.
Then you've been putting it on as a seasoning.
Yeah.
And it smells delicious. I want to eat
Yeah, well, it's interesting because like both you and I get our meals done through our brothers at Nutri2Go.
Yeah.
And they use the I'm Your Flavor spices when they cook their meats.
They do.
So we have actually been using them for like 12 months without even knowing.
Yeah.
But now that we have access to them, I put them on and delicious, man. When are they going to be available?
As soon as you pay the invoice.
Really?
Yeah.
Next week? Yeah?
Well, you're CEO Joe, mate. As soon as you do it, mate.
Mate, I pay the bills around here. I don't actually physically pay the bills. We have an accounts department for that.
No, mate, you pay them.
So you should follow up and find out
when
they're going to be in stock.
I emailed you the invoice 3 days ago.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
So MJML grand opening.
This Saturday, man, we went through all the details last week in Weekly Word, and there's actually a video already up on the YouTube channel that goes balls deep in them again. So we ain't going to bore you guys with all the details, but it goes down this Saturday, tomorrow. By the time this video is
live. By the time you actually see this, it'll be June 11.
Yep.
10 till 4.
MassiveJoes Morley. You know the address yet, off by heart? Still not?
Unit 2515.
Yeah? Oh, it's good.
Something or other.
Walter Road East, Morley.
I'm getting there.
Next topic of discussion, Neve. Links in the description box as usual to all of the grand opening full details if you have missed them through all our other forms of social media.
And there'll also be a little hidden special that you may want to learn about.
Oh, really?
So I'd be going and watching that video so you can find out the special gifts.
Do I know? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that shit. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ramadan.
Okay, so a bunch of our Muslim brothers and sisters, Ramadan started this week, which is for viewers at home who are unaware, is the Muslim fasting period. So they fast from dawn till dusk. Fast effectively from when the sun's up, which means no food, no water, like nothing for depending where you are. Like here at the moment, it'd be what, like 10 hours from when the sun gets up to when the sun sets.
It's longer. Oh, yeah. No, actually, yeah, probably that.
If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's probably like 14, 15, 16 hours.
Yeah.
If you got there, if it's like summer and it's then longer days. So it's a long time without food and drink. And we have been getting hit up. We've got a couple of Muslim brothers that work here at MassiveJoes, as a matter of fact, and we've been getting hit up with some tips and tricks on how to either, if you bulk, and how to maintain them gains and continue to make gains. If you're cutting, how to stay on track with your shred during Ramadan.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of emails in the sales inbox.
Yeah.
Plus, there's been I saw there was a question Weekly WORD. I don't know if it was this week or when it was, but
Yeah,
there's a question as well put in sometimes. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are asking.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch it, go check out the video.
Well, there's we've actually got a couple of things that we can share with our Muslim brothers and sisters with regards to Ramadan, in particular the long fasting periods. So the first thing is, Dilip, go on and cut it up on the screen, is our article on intermittent fasting with our brother Big Ray Querido, the online coach, is the model for that, because he practices intermittent fasting when he's dieting for comps, when he's trying to get in shape. That's the first thing you should go check out, and that article on it is actually, and obviously we're going to be biased, but I've read a lot of articles on intermittent fasting, and that article is the best article I've ever read on it.
I mean, the only difference with Ramadan to your normal intermittent fasting, is obviously you have to throw in sleep there as well. Yeah. Into Ramadan. And
That's correct.
And then you have to throw into your not eating during daylight hours.
Yes. And not drinking is the big one, because intermittent fasting, you can still drink, and like drink BCAAs is kind of like recommended during intermittent fasting.
Which helps with your hunger and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the thing is, it's not quite as cutthroat, or not. Yeah. Is that the word I'm looking for? It doesn't matter. Whatever the word is, but it's not quite as black and white as your standard intermittent fasting. Yeah. I mean, obviously you can get some cues off that, but you have to get your eating into a much smaller time frame.
Well, that's it. Yeah. But that article is going to be the first thing you should go check out. Link is in the description box. The second thing is, we actually did a video, Big Neve, a couple of years ago on this, in particular on Ramadan. Go and cut in some footage of that video, man. How do you stay on track with your diet during a period of fasting? So the question, as it was asked, was actually in respect to Ramadan, in respect to the Muslim religious fasting period, but it can be applied to any period of fasting. So any period where you can't eat or drink for a particular period of time, how do you stay on? So link to that full video is in the description box. Go and check that out as well, because we actually go balls deep in an episode of MJ Q&A into Ramadan and how to maintain the gains during Ramadan. So we have you covered, man. We got you covered. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Awesome.
Oh, all right, let's get to it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 8 questions this week, Neve, but there are some big ones in there. Some long questions. So you got time to go balls deep if you choose to go balls deep. That being said, I know most times when you go balls deep, it's like 30 seconds.
It is. It's not real long lately.
First question, Devin Foley wants to know, in regards to Utopia, have you noticed any decrease in its effectiveness since you have been using it for such a long time?
I don't have it every day like Joe does. I mean, I'm trying to limit my caffeine intake. Yeah. But I mean, I'm still having it like a few times a week, and I'm still noticing the same benefits or the same effects. Yeah. Each time I use it. You might be better for this one because you actually have it every single day. Absolutely.
One of the main active ingredients in there, Devin, my brother, is a compound called cognizin, which is a derivative of choline, effectively. And that particular ingredient, the effects of it are cumulative. So the more you take it, the more frequently and the more consistently you take it, the better the effects get. So it's not like a pre-workout supplement where, you know, the more you take it, the less you feel the effects, because you build up a tolerance to it. Obviously, the caffeine in there, you are going to build up a tolerance to, but the actual active ingredients other than the caffeine are cumulative. So the effects are going to get better the longer and more consistently you take it. And that's exactly what I felt with it. I love myself some Utopia. Israel Portillo Jr. wants to know, hey guys, always great advice. I was wondering, would you guys consider shooting a Champions Cut 2016? where Joe, having done several cuts, has experience to provide, and Neve never dieting before showing the struggle. Cheers and stay massive.
Not really. I mean, Joe, you're going to do your director's cut.
Yeah, I'm starting the director's cut next week. So I'm going to shoot a video series. It's going to be, the plan is 8 episodes showing my prep for the IFBB Oceania Pro Qualifier, which is at the end of October. So the plan is to shoot an episode 20 weeks out, 16 weeks out, 12 weeks out, 8 weeks out, 4 weeks out, peak week, comp day, and then post-competition reverse start. So 8 episodes in total. Effectively 1 a month is the plan with that.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So far as like something with Neve,
probably not at this stage.
Hayden McCauley wants to know, Stephen, my good man.
Stephen.
The is Stephen? Is your full name actually Stephen?
You know what it is.
With a V?
Yes.
It's not like Stefan, like Steph Curry?
No, I'm Australian.
In the 4th quarter?
Australian.
No. Stephen, my good man, what is your honest opinion on the 5% nutrition subs, if you have taken any? Also, when will we see the Neve stack appear in the stack section? P.S. Joe, a mojito has mint as part of the drink, hence the mint taste. That's a lot of questions in one question. All right, the first one. What's your honest opinion on 5% nutrition subs?
I'm a big fan of them. I drink all day. You may, if I go and buy like a BCAA supplement to drink during the day or something to drink during the day, it's always all day you may and fruit punch.
Yeah.
Full of is a terrific
nitroxide
booster, so I love full of. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of all the product. Like Kill It, I used for a while there.
Yeah.
5150 is too strong for me personally.
Yeah.
What else they got? The creatine. I just use
creatine.
straight creatine monohydrate. So I don't use
Liver and
that.
organ defender.
There's other things I'd rather spend my money on.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I'm a massive fan. I think that they're all. I like them all.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, yeah, 5150 I don't use because it's too strong. Liver and organ defender, I'd rather spend my money on other stuff.
When will the Neve stack appear on the MassiveJoes.com website? What would you put in it?
I don't even know.
I don't know. You have to figure out what goes in it first, and then we could figure out when it goes live. And final question. P.S. Joe has mojito. I know mojito has mint. I'm drinking it right now. Blueberry mojito amino energy. And it's delicious. I love this shit. Jim B wants to know. This is a long question here. Fellas, got an interesting question for you guys that I need some advice on. A little over a year ago, I underwent surgery to repair a torn left labrum. When I was able to start lifting again, September 2015, I never lifted correctly for that. For example, not doing isolateral lifts to rebuild my left side. I just jumped back into doing mostly bilateral exercises like barbell bench and more. Over the course of the past months, I've noticed I've gained some noticeable muscle imbalances in size and strength on my right side compared to my surgically repaired left. I would just wanted to know if you guys think this is because of mostly lifting incorrectly when I was redeveloping, or if it is because of another factor like the sups I take. I've had my physical therapist think it's due to the sups I take. I won't name them because you guys back them fully, and I truly back them too. Just want to know if that could be part of the problem.
It'd be absolutely nothing to do.
No shit.
I don't know how.
How the fuck does a physiotherapist go and point the finger at the sups you're taking, causing muscle imbalances from left to right? No, it couldn't possibly be the surgery that you had on the left side that had you out of action for 3 to 6 months.
It's due to the pre-workout you use.
What a spud.
The pre-workout is just working on the right-hand side of your body, apparently.
I think it's the amino acids.
No, it's the creatine just...
But no, you think about it. Leucine, isoleucine, both have the letter L, so they're going to go to the left. Valine just goes straight down the middle, no L or R in it.
But the right side's bigger, so it's...
Yeah, maybe too many aminos to the left. Let's answer it properly. That's enough around.
Yeah, it's absolutely nothing to do with the substance.
Nothing to do with the supplements,
Obviously, if you've torn... What's a labrum?
I actually don't know.
Who knows? All right, let's just say you've torn your left pec.
Yeah.
Because let's just say that's what Jamie did recently.
Yeah.
So Skip Dog has gone and torn his left pec.
Yeah.
So if he goes back to barbell benching, of course you're going to be a little bit hesitant. or a little bit wary of your left side.
Yeah.
So probably without even thinking about it, or even thinking about it, your right side is going to take that little bit more of the pressure of the strength. I mean, over time, your right side will be taking more and more.
Yeah.
Your left side, yeah. So I mean, that is what you need to do. Is you need to pretty much right now just stop doing all your bilateral movements and start doing your unilateral movements. So start doing all your dumbbell work. Your physiotherapist should probably be telling you this.
Yeah.
Rather than telling you
rather than Neve in AskNeve or MassiveJoes Weekly WORD. I'd look at a different physiotherapist, to be honest, because
I don't know
this
why
person is...
And especially from the start.
I'm not going to say it because I don't like using the word, but let's go so far as to say... You know what I'm going to say.
Well, they should be, especially a physiotherapist, or should be helping with your rehab as well.
No shit.
So, I mean, if it's been several months...
Yeah.
I mean, they really should be... I mean, you should have started off with, like, light band, whatever you...
He was able to start lifting September 2015.
So, yeah.
So, it's been like 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, I'd definitely just, go back to... just do unilateral stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I can say.
I agree 100%. And get a new physiotherapist. Alex Holmes wants to know, big boys, because of my job and training legs, my legs constantly feel tight and tired. I've recently bought a foam roller and was wondering if you had any tips for frequency and technique. I know Neve has previously said that he thinks it makes a massive difference.
I think that you really, recently, every night I've been foam rolling and stretching every night.
Yeah.
I mainly just foam roll my ITBs as a major.
Yep.
As pretty much my main focus for the foam roller.
Yeah.
Then I just pretty much, while I'm watching TV at night, after I get home from the gym, I'll have something to eat, or before I have something to eat, I'll spend 20 minutes, half hour stretching just while I watch TV. While I have free time. But I pretty much just like sit in each stretch for like 2 minutes pretty much. So I don't know if that's the right way to go about it or the wrong way to go about it, but I mean, it's helped me a lot with... I mean, even the other day, I never used to be able to do an overhead squat. And the other day I did an overhead squat in the office just because of how much it's loosened me up over the last few weeks of doing it.
Foam rolling is it's effectively, mimicking deep tissue massage or myofascial release type massage.
But definitely what I do is I stretch out my lower back. Yeah. So whatever they call butterfly, I don't know, where you lay on your back and you put your legs side to side.
Yeah.
I do that, do my glutes, do my hip flexors.
Yeah.
Do my quads.
I got to say, I'm very proud of you because you're just generally starting to take a lot better care of the specimen that is the Neve body.
I am getting on. And also my quads, your calves as well, because a lot of people don't realize that your calves, when you're stretching, the dorsiflexion and plantarflexion of your ankle joint. If you're not having full range of motion, because of tightness in the tibia and fibula.
Put some glasses and a lab coat on Big Knee, boss.
What I'm saying though is,
God damn!
Pretty much each stretch, I sit in for about 2 minutes, like 3 times each side. So.
Taylor Chung wants to know, hey big boy, I have a question related to insulin. I've heard from you guys saying the best timing to introduce carbohydrates is pre and post workout, which will make good use of insulin sensitivity. Meanwhile, if I consume carbs during the day, it will cause insulin spike. I'm just wondering if there is a certain amount of carbs that will cause a spike, since some all-day aminos, such as Amino Energy, has a few grams of carbs, or soy sauce has a few grams of carbs, which I've seen Joe using on the People's Cut. Will they trigger my insulin sensitivity? Thanks and stay massive. Much bro love.
You're 50% right there.
Yes.
I mean, you don't want to be giving yourself an insulin spike pre-workout.
Correct.
You want to be giving yourself, you just want to be replenishing and filling your glycogen stores.
Yeah.
You want to be giving yourself an insulin spike from simple sugars.
Yes.
Your simple carbohydrates post-workout, which will give you the insulin spike, which will deliver all those nutrients and carbohydrates and protein and amino acids and creatine and glutamine and biogre, whatever you're taking post-workout, will help drive them to the muscles. So you don't want to be getting an insulin spike pre-workout. You just want it post-workout from a simple carbohydrate source.
Correct.
We say to have your carbohydrates pre and post, because if you are having carbohydrates every single meal throughout the day, you're not going to be as sensitive to your carbohydrates as if you're having them.
Well, the other thing is, and there's 2 things you're dealing with there, Taylor. You're dealing with hormone response, so insulin sensitivity or insulin resistance, and you're dealing with carbohydrate timing, which are kind of related, but kind of not related as well. And the reason why we preach carbohydrates pre, intra, and post-workout is because your body has a use for those carbs at that time. Pre-workout, your body's going to use the carbs to help with your workout, give you energy for your workout. Intra-workout, it's more hormone related. Post-workout, it's about replacing glycogen stores. What's your body going to do with carbohydrates at any other time during the day? I'll tell you what your body does with carbohydrates. Does 3 things, Big Neve. Uses them for energy, digests them, converts them into blood sugar, glucose, sends them into the bloodstream. That blood sugar is then it can be used for energy. If it's not used for energy, it can be stored as glycogen in muscle tissue and liver tissue. If there's no space to store as glycogen, converted to triglycerides stored as body fat. That's why we recommend only using carbs when those first 2 purposes can be satisfied, as either a source of energy or replacing glycogen, because you don't want to consume carbs where there's a chance they can be converted into triglycerides and stored as body fat.
Exactly.
That's carb timing 101. In terms of insulin, the only time that you want to purposely elicit an insulin spike is post-workout.
Yeah.
So at all other times when you're consuming carbs, they should be low GI carbohydrates to try and not give an insulin spike.
The stuff like your soy sauce on top of your salmon and rice,
it's nothing.
Negligent. So it's not going to.
You're talking like amino energy, for example. 2 scoops of amino energy is 2 grams of carbohydrates.
Yeah,
no one's causing insulin spike from 2 grams of carbs.
But I mean, this is an open discussion for me. But I'm actually trying a few more carbs throughout the day at the moment.
You are.
I'm trialing it to see how we go.
Yeah.
Now that I sort of understand nutrition and the body a bit more than having 3 True Mass shakes throughout the day like I used to 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm on about 470 grams of carbs a day.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I'm finding it very difficult to get it in a pre-workout meal, post-workout meal.
Yeah.
And then
that's a lot of carbs, man.
I'm having to make up nearly 250 grams of carbs from powdered sources.
Yeah.
Be it carbolin or be it dextrose or be it carb 10, whatever. Which is getting very costly.
Amar Nazri wants to know, Big Nevos, hey man, Ramadan month is here. We just spoke about this, timely question. Which in my country, in Dubai, we fast from 4 a.m. to 7:09 p.m.
15 hours. Then you go to sleep in there as well, mate.
That is phenomenal. No water, no food between that time frame. I'm still losing weight, currently 86 kilos, and my goal is to reach 80 kilos and possibly 75. So my question is, should I still work out, cardio 20 minutes and lift 5 days a week from 6 to 7 p.m. just before I break my fast? Or should I wait until Ramadan ends? Thanks, guys.
I mean, if you go as weight loss, I definitely wouldn't take a whole month off. Or
no, definitely.
Excuse my ignorance if it's not a full month of Ramadan.
What?
But I definitely wouldn't be having a full month off.
No, definitely. The thing is, Ramadan can actually work quite well if you're trying to lose weight.
Especially in a weight loss. I mean,
it's going to be hard if you're trying to bulk.
It's going to be harder to get your calories in because you've got less amount of time to eat those calories.
That's right.
So the thing is, it's probably going to work, in benefit for you. So I'd do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Is train from 6 to 7 at night.
Yeah.
Do your weights followed by your cardio. As soon as you've done that, hopefully it's sunset.
Mm-hmm.
And then then eat your post-workout meal after that, and then try and get another couple meals in before you go to bed.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of this is already addressed in that video that we mentioned earlier on. Link is in the description box. My brother Amar.
Especially if you can if you're finishing if you're finishing training at say 7, you can get a meal in at 7. You can get a meal in at say 9. You can get a meal in at 11 for whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, then you can go to bed for sort of 4 hours. You probably, depending on how big those meals are, you might be able to get through. But I couldn't do it. I'd struggle. But you might be able to get through, for the next day.
Dylan Phillipson wants to know, I know you fellas hate BCAA questions. Dylan, we don't hate them, man. Neve just hates the question, what is the best BCAA?
Or the best protein.
I was wondering, if I want to get 4 liters of water, can I mix my aminos in with my water and can it still count to my daily water intake? Thanks for your time, fellas. Stay massive.
Yeah, you're mixing your BCAAs in water, so you're drinking water.
Yes, of course. It doesn't. You don't add BCAAs to water and magically that doesn't count as water intake. When you're measuring water intake, you measure water intake from all sources. It can be aminos, it can be protein. Any place that you're getting water from, you count that as your water intake.
I mean, like Joe and I, where's the thing over there?
Yeah.
I mean, Joe and I drink, flavored Beast Blaze, or I mean, I personally, in my water consumption, if I'm having one, I don't count like a Pepsi Max or a Coke Zero, or I don't count a coffee.
Yeah.
Or I don't count a fat burner. As my water consumption.
Yeah.
Just because obviously it's got your caffeine in there, and also your soft drink, obviously. Those kind of drinks I don't count towards water consumption, but definitely anything with just Beast Blaze in there.
Yeah.
Or protein powder in there, I'll definitely count towards my water consumption.
Last question, Big Nevos, of course, is coming from our brother B Ong, 3 votes. Barney Ong. Hey fellas, I know Joe is going to slaughter me for this question, but I will give it a shot anyway. No, not reading it. He's already called it, Barney. I don't even think I need to consider. He knows he's going to the slaughterhouse.
I haven't read this question yet.
I train in the morning before work, and as such, I'm not able to get my carbs in during that morning pre, intra, and post-workout period. I tried and just felt sick throughout. This might go against the top-notch article by Crispy, but would it be the worst thing in the world to push some of my carbs out to lunchtime at 12:30 p.m? And on that note, should there really be a time in day to stop taking in carbs, given I'm on a cut and I train in the morning?
I definitely would just keep getting your carbs in, Barney.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're finishing, obviously, I'm guessing you like start work at 9 o'clock, like most of us, 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't matter if you get your carbs in.
Hold on, Barney's a doctor. He probably starts at 7.
Oh, he's
probably in the operating theatre by 7:30. Let's be honest. So scrub up and shit.
Yeah, I mean, Barney, just keep having your carbs like in your post-workout meals.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be stretching it out till, I mean, this goes against what I said about me and my carb intake at the moment. But yeah, I wouldn't be pushing it out till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But definitely if you have your post-workout meal and then you have carbs in the next 2 meals. Yeah. Rather than just trying to get a whole heap of carbs in one meal.
Yeah, it's not going to kill your cut, Barney. It's not ideal, but you would know, brother. I preach certain things, like certain bro science things, because they work. But the biggest overarching principle that I preach is if it fits your lifestyle. So if you can't get that ideal carb timing scenario because it doesn't fit your lifestyle, and at the moment it says that it doesn't, then push it, get another carb meal in there after your post-workout meal, or another 2 carb meals, because that's what you're going to be able to be consistent with. And you know that consistency is the most important thing when it comes to reaching your health and fitness goals.
I mean, you look at things like that Joe and I do, like obviously bro diet, or you carbs just pre, post, and intra. Yeah. A lot of people follow like carb backloading. Correct. Which is no carbs pre, no carbs intra. You just get all your carbs in post workout. Yeah. So I mean, there's
Ramadan.
Yeah. I mean, and I've seen a whole heap of guys that you and I know personally. That follow carb backloading, and they get very lean. Yeah. And it works. So absolutely. Everything's going to work as long as you're doing it consistently. Which is the most important thing. And tracking, which is what we said a couple of weeks ago in Weekly Word. As long as you're tracking and you're not going blindly about it, you're going to get results. Absolutely. Some might be faster than the others, some might be better results than the others. But as long as you're tracking what you're doing, you're still going to get results. For sure. Big Neve, do you have anything else you'd like to add? No. Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes Weekly Word and all the other deliciousness on our YouTube channel. If you're watching on the mobile, Big Neve, turn on the post notification button. Make sure you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Where are we coming to and from, man? MassiveJoes.com. Stay